Yo, this is Lonny Bereal, and you're checking out YourMusicMyWorld.com.
So last time we talked, you were about to put out your album, The Love Train, and now you have this new project out called Love Games Part 2 that you recently released.
Yeah.
Tell us a little more about that project.
It's just an extension of Love Games Part 1, my first mixtape. It's definitely, they all tie together from Love Games Part 1 to The Love Train, and then Love Games Part 2. It's just all baby-making music, R&B music, a little bit of everything, stuff to clean your house to, stuff to make love to, stuff to skate to and drive to, and it's just, just a combination of who Lonny Bereal is and what Lonny Bereal grew up listening to and his inspirations and all that. And, it's definitely a step up from the first two projects that I've put out in quality and a little more mature. And have you heard it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you spread the word, man. It's just great R&B music.
Well, you recently worked on Destiny's Child Nuclear for their album Love Songs. How did that song come about with making of it, and what was it like getting the call to work with Destiny's Child?
Well, I vocal producer Kelly a lot, and James Fonda and Pharrell had, put the song together. Beyonce had laid her vocals, and the song wasn't done being written. So when Kelly and Michelle were in L.A., they called me to come do the vocals, and when done being written to. So we finished writing it, Michelle and myself, adding to what James Fonda had done, and we got the finished product.
Well, we know Kelly she released her album Talk a Good Game yesterday, and we know that you worked with her a lot. What was your involvement with this album?
With this album, I more so took I was more so the lead vocal producer on it. I did do two songs that they made release on the actual re-release. I did two songs that I wrote, but for the most part on this album, I did most of the vocal production. And then, me and her, so, like brother and sister, so I was really close and on the meetings and what songs they should put on the album, what songs they could do without. I was a part of the whole process. So it was fun.
Well, now that you released Love Games Part 2, and you have your album out as well, are you planning on releasing, any new albums or any new music soon?
Yeah, I'm working on it now. Working on my next project. I haven't titled it yet. I'm about halfway through it. Working with Harmony Samuels and C4 and me and Grado been doing a lot of writing. I'm working on the next album now. We're going to probably release the first single, I'm thinking maybe like late August. And I'm excited about that. Meanwhile, I'm still, I'm in New York now working with Jamie Foxx on his next album, writing with him and writing with Trey Songz, and with 4 songs on B5's new album coming out. And I got Ariana Grande's next single. So I'm staying, just crazy busy. TGT's album is coming out. So I got 4 songs on there. I did the first single on there, Sex Never Felt Better, and I also wrote the next single they're getting ready to put out. And then I'm starting a tour with TGT next week. So we'll be out for a month and a half. So I'm just all over the place, man.
I was about to ask you about the tour. Speaking of the tour, what can people expect, to see during the tour?
Well, you definitely can expect those 3 individuals, Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese, to do what they've always been doing for their fans, and just to see it all come together. It's almost like forming Voltron, but it's R&B music. It's an R&B show. It's for the ladies. They're gonna be giving out flowers. They're gonna be bringing women on stage. They might even go out in the audience themselves, and just really touch the fans. It's gonna be fun. All of them are goofy. And it's just going to be a good time. If you're looking for a great experience and a good time, this is a show you definitely don't want to miss.
Okay. Well, with so much that you are working on this year, what would you say is your most proudest moment in your career?
would have to say earlier this year, I had the privilege to sing at the actual inaugural ball with Jamie Foxx, and it was an experience to go from. It was actually 3 different balls going on. Mm-hmm. I know that it was only one that was televised, but Jamie was one of the only artists, along with Jennifer Hudson, to have to walk. We had to walk to each ball with the president and the vice president and the entourage. And so we actually had to do, the behind the scenes walk with the entourage. So it was an experience. It was amazing. I have to say that's the highlight of my career thus far.
Well, we know that you are also working with rLeToya Luckett, and it's been a while since we heard music from her. What can you tell us about her new project and the direction it's going in?
It's rLeToya. It's definitely new. Mm-hmm. She stays relevant. I love her voice. She's got a little slight new styles to a little more edgy, and rLeToya's not gonna let you down. It's definitely some great R&B music, and she's gonna do some stuff you didn't expect her to do that actually she killed. You're like, wow, she pulled that off. I'm looking forward to her project. I've written one so far. We're going back in. Me and Tank are going back in with her, and the one that we did came out amazing. Tank, myself, and Jado did, and Young Fire produced it. So I'm excited about going back in with her. She sounds amazing.
You and Seven also, y'all like brothers and sister, and we know she's working on her debut album. Will you have any involvement on that as well?
I just recently went in with Seven for the first time on her project. Her album is like, it's amazing. She could sing like no other. And her style, she's forming her style, and I would say it's a combination of Aaliyah meets Brandy type album. And she's amazing.
On your first single that you released from your album with Kelly Rowland, will you have any more guest features on a new project you're working on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. I haven't really gotten into the features that I want on this album just yet. I'm just really establishing myself, and just before I even think about the features, I want to just be happy with me on my album, all the songs and my vocals, and that's something that I'll think about once I get the songs in place that are going to go on the album. Then I'll be looking and say, okay, who can I get on this song? But I do have a song that I'm getting ready to put out, and we're going to shoot the video. It's myself and Kevin McCall, Eric Bellinger, and Jado. We did a song together. So, I'm looking forward to calling my features.
Okay. Well, can we get a hint on what that single might be called?
The single for my next album, I think I'm gonna put. I'm in limbo. One song is called All Night, and the other one is called Sipping on You. So, I'm in limbo, and I haven't, I'm not done recording. Tank wants me to put out another song, so I'm still trying to figure out which one to go with.
Well, we see a lot of new acts, they taking more of the independent route rather than going with a label. Do you think going independent is more better for your career, or having a label would be more beneficial?
I think being independent is better for your career if you have the funds to back yourself. The labels control you. You're not really able to make all your own decisions. A lot of the decisions that are made come from the office of the labels that you're signed to, and when you're independent, you can actually do whatever you want to do. Of course, you have a team. You should have a team around you that has opinions, but at the end of the day, you're able to make your own decisions. And then too, when you're successful at selling, that money comes back to you. It doesn't go back to a label before where there's a budget that must be recouped before you see your royalties. When you're independent, it's all of this is coming back.
Well, you said you were in New York working with Jamie Foxx. What can you tell us a little bit about his new project that he's working on?
Well, we're right at the beginning of it, and he's cut maybe about 3 or 4 songs, and we're going in tonight. But it's Jamie. It's, you know, the drums are banging. It's R&B music. He's got a smooth tone. He's got an edgy tone that keeps him young. No matter how, you know, however many years go by, Jamie stays relevant because his voice just sounds young, and it's a very universal classic R&B that he's recording now, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this body of work comes together.
We see a lot of people like Miguel and Dawn Richard, like they're like kind of reinventing R&B for this new generation. Where do you see R&B in like the next few years?
I see R&B returning to real musicianship and people that can really sing with no auto-tune. You know, shows, people that sound exactly how they sound in their album live. I think a lot of people are gonna suffer. A lot of these artists that have come out where technology has allowed them to have a career, I think those days are going to be over in the next few years, because it's just returning to real chords in your music, real musicianship, and I'm enjoying it. It's going to go back to the Prince days, back to the James Browns, back to the Marvin Gayes and Donny Hathaways. It's returning back there.
You also said you're working with Ariana Grande. Did I say her name right?
Yeah, Ariana Grande. She's got a song out now that's doing really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's gonna be a really big thing happening. She's very talented, and her impact is crazy right now. And I'm just happy to be a part of that project. Harmony Samuels called me in, and my friend, my writing partner, Jado. I know you've heard of Jado. He's been with Busta Rhymes for years. Me and Jado wrote it along with another writer named Carmen. And, Harmony Samuels is on fire right now. I don't know if you're paying attention, but he's doing everything. So I'm just happy to be a part of that. And I'm told that the song we did on Ariana is her next single, so I'm excited about that.
Okay. Did you get any word of when it might come out?
They said very soon.
Okay.
Very soon, yeah.
Okay. Well, with all that's happening with you, what else can fans expect to hear from you? As far as songwriting, music, tours, anything.
All I can tell you is stay tuned. I'm staying very busy. I'm in with Trey Songz, and I'm just going hard, man.